Now that Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is out in theaters, a lot of fans around the world are very intrigued and curious about the future of the Star Wars franchise and exactly where things are heading by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie in particular was a film that ended the Skywalker Saga, and now that Disney and Lucasfilm have the opportunity to move on to bigger and better things and to really focus on new aspects of the Star Wars franchise, they are also still clinging on to the past Star Wars characters like Luke, Anakin, and more, and that Disney and Lucasfilm have a big plan in place in order to save the Skywalkers and the Skywalker Saga itself in their own way. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm, they are basically kickstarting their new Star Wars universe. In case you guys did not know, that begins later this year, toward the very end of the first quarter of 2020, is when the Star Wars universe is really going to start, coming out, where we're going to get a lot of books, novels, comics, video games, live-action TV series, and movies in the future that's all going to interconnect with each other. And a part of this big plan by Disney and Lucasfilm is to also save aspects of the Skywalkers and the Skywalker Saga overall. Now, on top of all of this, what's rather intriguing about all of this is that this is very ambitious of Disney. You can tell that they're very desperate at this point in order to make things right for the fans, where it's said that both Disney and Lucasfilm have big plans for the future of the Star Wars franchise, and that they are currently developing the brand new Star Wars universe that is ready to start later this quarter of 2020 in the forms of books, novels, TV shows, and even movies for the future. Now, it's explained that Disney and Lucasfilm realize that they haven't treated the Skywalker Saga to their best advantage, and that they are looking for ways to make it up to the fans who have had issues with the choices made by Disney and Lucasfilm. It said that both Disney and Lucasfilm are looking to save or fix elements and aspects of the Skywalker Saga through their new streaming service Disney Plus, and that one of their plans is to bring a return of iconic characters like Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker once again in some way, shape, or form to Disney Plus to explore the part of the Star Wars universe. It's explained that Disney wants to explore many core characters connected to the Skywalker Saga in the form of TV shows in an attempt to fix many aspects of the Skywalker Saga that they actually broke with the sequel trilogy, and that they made mistakes with the sequel trilogy era, and that the big plan is actually said to have been both done by Disney CEO Bob Iger, who insisted to make these plans to be a part of their evolving new Star Wars universe that begins this year, by bringing a return of Luke and others, and also saving aspects of that character that were tinkered with in The Last Jedi that not many fans really enjoyed. It's noted that Disney wants to make things right with the fans who had issues with The Last Jedi to gain their trust and to believe in the future of Star Wars and their vision of this large franchise. It's also said that Bob Iger made it his plan to also not let Kathleen Kennedy involved with the creative decisions of future stories, and that she will only be involved with the planning of these future projects. Now, the thing that's really great about this, I will admit, is the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is no longer going to be involved on a creative level for these new Star Wars projects. I think a lot of you guys will agree with me that Kathleen Kennedy is not best suited for Star Wars, and that pretty much is a dead given. It's a dead giveaway at this point that Bob Iger is fed up with Kathleen Kennedy. He's tired of what she has done with The Last Jedi and some of the decisions that she has made with The Rise of Skywalker, by a lot of scenes being deleted from the movie, hence why the movie feels very rushed and convoluted at times. That's the one complaint that I do have about Episode 9, is that it's a very convoluted movie, at least for me, but there are moments in that movie that I really do love and enjoy. I've gone over this before in my review and my initial reaction. There's a lot of scenes that I love, there's a lot of scenes that I hate. It's an emotional roller coaster for me, so to speak, for The Rise of Skywalker. Now, the thing about this big change, in order to save the Skywalker Saga and to actually fix certain elements of it and its core characters like Anakin and Luke, you name it, a lot of fans have had issues with the fact that Rey is the one who restores balance to the Force and destroys the Sith once and for all, taking away that ability from Anakin Skywalker, and not just that with what actually happened with Luke in The Last Jedi. So you guys may have actually heard about this before in the past, is that they actually do plan to bring Luke Skywalker into The Mandalorian Season 2 as a cameo, to give us a little bit of a tease of what they have planned for a future Luke Skywalker TV series for Disney Plus that would focus on his life some years after the events of Return of the Jedi and his path to becoming a Jedi Master. Now, Disney Plus so far, obviously they started off with a brand new character, the Mandalorian. Now they want to focus on known characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Cassian Andor, Mace Windu, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and different eras that we are actually very familiar with, but that haven't really been explored on the big screen or in live action, such as the Jedi Purge moment. You know, some months or years after the events of Order 66, that's going to be explored in other TV series out there as well for the future. So the thing here is this, I'm very glad that Kathleen Kennedy, you know, it seems like that she's on her way out. Her contract is up in 2021. It's very likely that she'll either leave, but even if she does stay, she's not going to be the one responsible for the creative decisions of these future movies and these new live-action TV series. By the way, Jon Favreau is going to have a say in the matter for a majority of the future of Star Wars, so that's also a big plus. And even Bob Iger called him pretty much the next George Lucas. He sees a lot of George Lucas within Jon Favreau, and honestly, I will admit, I also see that too. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.